Alright, and welcome back. And here we are. As you could tell, I have started my forces invading Western Germany. And I looked online and I saw somebody had asked the question recently. And I also want to, before I get into that, I do want to thank the two subscribers, I think my 12th, yeah, my 12th and 13th subscriber. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. For anybody subscribing out there, thank you. I really appreciate it. Anybody viewing this, I appreciate the support. Well, let's get right into this. So earlier, I decided to go ahead and fast forward through this. Um, I selected a couple of national focuses like pushing for the hydrogen bomb and focus strategic missile forces and ballistic missile programs. So we're going for that. Um, and I actually did a little bit on the Soviet Air Force and started with the Soviet Navy. Um, and I think eventually I'll push into this area too, eventually. But the focus tree is pretty in depth. Uh, I guess we should establish the KGB, develop that. That shouldn't take us that long. But let's go ahead and accept this. And I'm also having my forces come down, having this particular general come down and push into Turkey since we're at war with them. I also have my forces down here pushing into Greece and Turkey. So we'll see what will happen. Yugoslavia is not participating in this, which is great. And took West Berlin. And so I'm going to have my forces move over here. Just in case, because I'm sure I've played a couple of Hearts of Iron games where people do amphibious or nation states do amphibious invasions. But anyways, let's just go ahead and start playing this. It says we're low on manpower, but this is who we're at war with. And let's see. Of course, we have the most. We have 176 divisions. So we're doing well. Alright, so getting back into it. Let's see, let's just go ahead and play. Establish the KGB. So it's saying the Soviet government had decided to reorganize its intelligence agencies and have established the Committee for State Security, or KGB. In the past, Soviet intelligence leaders have consolidated excessive power that at times threatened the Soviet state. This new organization is expected to prevent power accumulation and streamline not just domestic but also foreign intelligence operations. Different types of intelligence and regions will be headed by individual directorates who all answer to the chairman. This structural setup will prevent anyone official from consolidating power and improve the efficiency of intelligence collection. The organization is acting as the successor to the successful World War II era NKVD and is expected to play a major role in securing communist rule and supporting communist efforts across the globe. Let our enemies tremble. Alright. I know it would be beneficial to have the Law of Resistance DLC pack, but I don't have that right now at the moment. But what is it? I thought about getting it, but I know it would be beneficial to have that because I know you could do more with spies and all that stuff, sending people to gather intelligence for you and whatnot. But anyways, I'm also gonna get bring some more airplanes over down here. Let's see. All right, so I've added my fighter wings, and let's see. Let's just go ahead and have them do all the stuff that's necessary. All right, I wonder how they're doing down here. Pretty good. And I need to check one other area. I know we have a smaller force there. I'm going to send some more. Let's see. And I want to position that army down there too. But let's see. Now that we're done with that focus, let's move on to another one. I'll go with the Caitlin class destroyer. My navy. I need to send out my navy too, since we're at war. That's important. Yeah, we'll do convoy raiding. Yeah, we'll have him do convoy raiding out here. Also, I believe, let's see, what's going on? It says tension is at 19%. Yeah, it's by me. I'm generating the largest. Looks like India and China are also at war too, which is interesting. I believe China has a... Let me look at their focus tree. I'm kind of curious. Maybe they could be done in a future playthrough. Because I'm just curious. I just wanted to see what this is all about. Develop the H-bomb. Okay. Oh, you can escalate to global conflict? Wow. Does that mean you're at war? I guess you're at war with the world. I'll see a focus tree, I guess. Oh, I see. Now that makes sense. You can trigger a border conflict with India, the Sino-Indian War. So you gotta do that, or you can make deal with contested territories. And of course, they have their own military focus tree. So that makes sense. Let's just get right into it. I know I'm going to have to send some more forces up there. So far, Finland is not in it, and that's a good thing. I hope I don't speak too soon on that. I really do. They would just give us a bunch of problems. I see the Americans are landing their forces. I knew it. Trying to do an amphibious invasion. And I'm sure I'm going to lose this one too. And they just have more ships and aircraft. I see the British have come through, and that's why I'm going to have these guys come in and push them back. I guess that's the one thing. The one thing about being Russia is like the size. Let me just check in my Far Eastern theaters to make sure. I mean, we're good. We're good so far. I don't think China. Let me see what our relationship with China is like. I mean, I guess we're okay for now. Oh, we can influence them. All right. We got another national focus completed. Let's see. We're gonna try and see if we go for something else. Yeah, we could do that since we're tied down. And Europe. Let's see how things are going. Wow, they've lost over 260,000 people. Ah, so much. Alright, so we got an event, the Berlin Wall, in order to prevent Western spies. I mean, what's the point of having the Berlin Wall at this point? But anyways, in order to have prevent Western spies and propaganda from destroying the socialist system in Germany, an anti-fascist defense rampart is being established to separate capitalist Western Berlin from our people. As the wall comes up, the guard towers are being erected to better observe attempts by the West to infiltrate, to stop those misguided fools seeking the slavery of the West. The government believes this new structure is essential for the preservation of German socialists with the reduced reliance on Western trade. Erecting a closed border is far more feasible. The West has predictably reacted strongly to our actions, but ultimately this marks not the closing off of Germany as they claim, but the liberation of socialism within Germany. Alright. The die is cast. And Iraq abandons the Sterling Zone. Okay. Interesting. The British Empire is losing its colonies. I guess it's going through that decolonization period. So there's the Iraq Republic, the Syrian Republic, and the United Arab Republic. And I think we could influence Egypt, actually. Yeah. I mean, this seems like the foreign policy side. The other one seems more domestic, I guess. Yep. Alright, let's just go ahead and keep pushing onwards. What is it? Oh, we weren't able to, I guess, help Albania. Capitulated. Dang. They said they announced that the Albanian nation can no longer withstand the pressure from occupying Greek forces committing the travesties throughout the country. The Albanian government has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated, and the Kingdom of Greece is now in control of their home area. Though the war against the Kingdom of Greece and the rest of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization continues, this is all an unfortunate setback for all of the Warsaw Pact. That does suck. As my Polish forces are delaying, that's great. They can push the British back into the sea. That stinks. Albania gone. But that's all right. We'll make them pay every inch for that. I feel like some of my forces are doing okay and doing well, but let me check down here. Yeah. They seem to be doing fine. Is that John Lewis? Wow. Alright, this is interesting. Freedom Rides. Seems like this talks about civil rights. It says, although a lot of events are coming through on this one. It says, although the courts of the federal government desegregated public transportation, the interstate buses in the South, local authorities refused to obey the laws. In response, civil rights groups across the country are organizing freedom rides in which activists sit mixed race on the bus to challenge states for not enforcing the laws. Local authorities cite local ordinances and try to enforce segregation when the buses reach the southern towns, leading to incidents of arrest and mob violence. However, subsequent court orders declare such ordinances to be unconstitutional and rule in favor of the Freedom Riders. Even in the face of mob violence, the civil rights activist continues on until the Interstate Commerce Commission finally obeyed the court orders and allowed passengers to choose where they wish to sit regardless of race. Interesting. I feel like we could finally deploy our recruiting forces, but we're going to have to recruit some more people. We could just go ahead and plop them right there, or sit them there. And let's assign some more. I'll assign a couple more.
Готов выдвигаться. Так точно.
Yeah, I'll make this into a new army, and let's see, who can we assign? Wait, isn't he from like Red Alert? That's too funny. So if you do like new commander, you get like, I don't know who Azeroth is, but that's interesting. You can get, I forgot his name, but he's from Red Alert 3, so that's interesting. Alright, let's assign him to the group. And I'll have him move up there to the north to reinforce the north. That way we can have him help out and push Norway back. So far, Sweden and Finland, I don't think are in this. Yeah, they're not in this conflict. I don't think so. Alright, so far we're winning our battles here and down here. We're going to try and keep pushing. Alright, we got a new focus complete. Let's see. We'll befriend Castro's regime, but we don't have access yet. Let's see. I don't know what that is. Let's start that. I'm gonna try and influence the world pretty much. I'm gonna choose someone recruiting because I know my numbers are dwindling. Let's see. So far, the military is doing pretty well. Let's see. Alright, we're done with that focus. Also, I need to check my R&D too. Seems like we got a lot of R&D stuff done. So let's look into this too. There's combat support, there's signal support, recon, artillery. Why don't we research that? That will help. That would help us out a lot. What about tanks? Soviets are known for tanks for sure, having a lot of different variants. There's a T-64A, we can go for that. And we can research a 3-stage thermonuclear, okay. One more. Let's see. I feel like we need to go for a destroyer. Or heck, a cruiser. What is it, Project? Oh, that's ahead. That's 2 ahead. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with subs for now. Or we're pushing the Turks out, giving them a run for their money. And pushing into Greece. I forgot about this area too, like the British and whatnot, they're coming back, trying to invade. Almost feels like you're playing whack-a-mole with them, you know. United Kingdom has got Grenada, our enemy. Wow. Oh, we're not influencing them anymore. Let's see if we can keep influencing China. Let's see. I guess you could say that's the one perk about the USSR. It's so big, it's kind of like hard to completely. It'll take longer to capitulate, but whatever. That's the other thing that makes it problematic is trying to defend all that territory plus the satellite states, because most of the forces are pushing into Western Europe. Let's see. We can't influence them again. We don't have enough political power. A new fighter. Let's see. Let's go ahead and produce that. You definitely need a new fighter for the front lines. Yeah, so, you know, as, you know, still keeping the pressure on Denmark, and when I'm hoping they can capitulate soon, get them out the war quickly as possible. I feel like America and the UK have naval supremacy at the moment, and my ships are not able to take on those navies yet because they both have massive fleets, I'm sure, in the area. But let's see. They have way more losses than us, though. It's surprising that the UK has the most, I believe. Where's America at? God, this is a lot of countries. 100. Well, America has the most, 143,000. I don't know why the Polish units are. I'm gonna try and sandwich them. I guess I see some of the Poland's troops are starting to move there. And the UK or the British landed again. At least we have troops there, which is good. Kind of helps out. I'm surprised Denmark hasn't capitulated yet, given the fact that we've taken their capital and most of their territory. And seems like Bonn is West Germany's new capital. But they're starting to rapidly fall, I noticed. How are we doing here? Alright, we have something done from not enough manpower. For what? Well, at least we're pushing Norway back. What is it? I do need to send this fleet to go down here too. Wow, we've almost inflicted 1 million casualties. Currently have 208 ships, so that's all right. And our convoys are getting slaughtered by the British and the Americans. And it's time to select another national focus. Alright, so we're pushing through. And it seems like we pretty much have most of Denmark in the bag, and it's just that the naval, in terms of naval advantage, the UK and America has it. Oh, great. Greece has capitulated. And we got Albania back. That is the Republic of Cyprus. So, yes. We managed to capitulate Greece. And we are currently pushing into the eastern part of Turkey. It seems like Ankara, I'm probably butchering that, but is about to be seized. And we're also pushing into the Netherlands at this point too. Alright, seems like we could push from Czech Republic, as we have cut them off from their, or pretty much have cut them off from the rest of their army group. But yes, we are cleaving through Central and Western Europe. I wonder how this naval battle is going. hopefully in our favor. And I hope we're wearing down on the British and American. I can only imagine. I do need to put some troops up here because I feel like they're about to naval invade. Yeah. Yep. Finish off this batch. And we're still not there yet in terms of training. And the British are pushing again. They're so slick with it, man. It's always the British and the Americans. They're always pushing through. I kind of had a feeling this would happen because I noticed as we overextend, less and less territory is like defended. Like, look at that, two divisions right there. I'm not concerned about Turkey primarily, or Norway nearly as much because I don't know, I feel like we're able to push them back. But, you know, Denmark I feel like is on the chopping block next. And you can only do so much just to hold them back. But anyways, I'm going to try and send reinforcements, this army group down here, and hopefully get there before. And I'm going to try and station some army groups in this area as I get ready and prepared, but I have overextended myself. That I will admit. I feel like I've overextended myself. And the Americans and the British just have the numbers for some reason. They just have the numbers to keep cranking out. And I'll definitely accept this equipment. They just have the numbers just to keep cranking out troops and equipment and all that stuff. And that makes sense because, you know, during World War II, America was very production focused. So if they were to go into another total war, like immediately a few years after World War II, they could definitely ramp up production. But yeah, hopefully the puppet states or the Warsaw Pact will cleave through and defend this territory. And it seems like we're also pushing the West Germans also out into this area. We need to finish these guys off for good. Get them out. Alright, time to select another national focus. We're done with that research. Let's see. We need to go into our military doctrine. That's right, because that's done. And I'm going to go for a deep battle. So, large front operations. And there's defensive. Let's go for offensive. Shoot, why not? We're in the midst of a war. Oh, that was quick. Modernized surface-to-air missiles. Oh wow, China is lobbying for UN recognition. And it says the decolonization has seen an emergence of the new third world of powers mostly concentrated in Africa and Asia. These states possess a great deal of optimism, youth, and opportunity that China cannot ignore. More importantly, many of these states only achieved independence through revolutionary action against colonial masters. The Chinese government is reaching out and lobbying with these governments to offer their support for the PRC at the United Nations, where many of the former colonial powers and United States continue to hinder us our rightful place within the global community. We must rally the third world and teach its leaders the support to support us against the imperialistic machinations of the United Nations. So they want to see it on the Security Council, if I'm not mistaken, right? I know they eventually get it because today they're on the Security Council, if I'm not mistaken. But correct me if I'm wrong. So we're able to pretty much coup d'etat in Burma. So we're able to soundly defeat or pretty much push back the Americans. And this kind of reminds me of Operational Unthinkable, which was something that was created during the 50s with Churchill and pretty much the early stages possibly of NATO at the time, but pretty much United Kingdom and America devised a plan to counter the Russians or to attack the Russians, which would have created a World War III like scenario. But pretty much, yeah, it was just I think they had plans to go into Poland and maybe over here, but like I said, I'm gonna keep my forces over here just in case. But we need because we have to protect the capital, and there's literally no units from here to the capital. And so yeah, it seems like Turkey's most of it has been seized. That makes sense. And Germany itself is I don't know why these units haven't moved through yet, but yeah, so pretty much Germany is just about on the ropes. Alright, so that's completed. And the British have been pushed back, which is good, but we are getting our butt whooped, or maybe not, in terms of, yeah, we are getting our butt whooped at sea. How? But I guess there was also subs and all that stuff involved, so. Like I said, when it comes to, here they go, come again. Like when it comes to sea battles, it's quite difficult, and that makes sense though. I guess this would make sense to have the resistance to create. Oh, what's this? The Yvonne Accords. After years of endless strife and conflict, the French and Algerian and French governments have agreed to sign and finalize the Yvonne Accords. This treaty will not only formalize a ceasefire between the two nations, but will also arrange a cooperative exchange between the two countries. The arrangement will guarantee the sovereignty and self-determination of the Algerian government and will guarantee protection, non-discrimination, and property rights for the Algerian citizens. Additionally, Algeria will receive aid from France to facilitate the economic growth of the nation. The accords also compromise with the French government to allow France to continue primacy over Sahara, oil reserves, protections for several national and ethnic groups, and several other benefits. Hopefully this will return North Africa. Hopefully peace will return to North Africa. Yeah, I think France is not a member of NATO at this time, or they might have withdrawn. But I do know Algeria has succeeded. China is about to is blasting through India right now, which makes sense given the fact that they just have the raw numbers of manpower. They just, let's see, I mean, 105 to 270 divisions. Of course, no ships, so that you can forget about naval power, but and no aircraft either. But they have a ridiculous manpower pool of 17.8 million to 35.7. They're just using Napoleonic tactics. They're just overwhelming their enemy. And I might just have to give them a playthrough one day. It seemed pretty straightforward. Just strengthen numbers, literally. I don't know how it's going for them, or what, like, who's fighting what, or how many, or where, how many divisions they're throwing into the fray. But I'm sure it's ridiculous considering that they have that many divisions and 25 million people in your manpower pool. I don't even have that. And let's see, how many do I have in the army? Close to 3.6 million. I'm sure they have like 4 or 5 million. But I mean, that makes sense. It just kind of reminds me of, like, during their whole revolution and all that stuff, they pretty much during the Chinese Civil War, they kind of used the same thing. And in Korea, they definitely used that too. They didn't have aircraft to support them or anything like that. It was just hundreds of thousands of just foot soldiers fighting. But yes, we are almost done with carving up Germany for the most part. And we're pushing through right there. As we have one unit holding it down in Bonn. That's pretty much it. But let's see. I knew it. The Americans are pushing up north. That's exactly why I kept those units there, because I knew that would happen. Alright, I'm going to end it right here for now. Pretty much have most of Central Europe, and Turkey is about to fall. And China has started a war with India, and they're covering up most of India. But yes, I'm going to end it right here. And I want to say thank you for watching this video if you made it this far, and I appreciate the support. And thank you to my new subscribers. And subscribe if you want more content like this, or if you enjoy this, and provide feedback too. I'm always open to hear that, constructive feedback. So thank you very much, and hope everybody's doing well, and take care and have a great day.